Hello everybody, it is Purple Nova and welcome back to Satisfactory. This is episode 93 on this series and part 7 of our first Mega Factory, and in today's episode we are going to be putting in all the constructors for our wire. I think we need a total of like 154 constructors, which we should be able to fit them all on I think like 3 levels. The first 2 levels are going to have a little more than the third one, but that's okay because with 3 levels we were like 10 short. But we'll just add them into the levels. There's enough space on each level to be able to fit in 10 extra ones. But before we get into that, I'm just going to quick run through what each level of this Mega Factory is for anyone who is just tuning into this series or this kind of section of this series where we create our Mega Factory. But if you want to watch each of these levels be built, those first 6 episodes of this kind of section are up in the Satisfactory playlist. But with that being said, let's jump into it. All right, so one of the nice things that I've done in between episodes was I went and unlocked ladders because I was tired of having to use like 3 turbo fuel each time I needed to go up and down. So I went ahead and I got ladders. It's right here. It goes all the way down. We're just gonna fall all the way down. You can see all of our different levels. I figured it'd be nice to kind of go through each level just so anyone who doesn't know what's going on here, how this works. So each level is kind of, you have your main factory or main section of it where all the machines are, and then below it you have or in between each kind of machine level there are logistic levels. So you can see instead of just bringing these conveyor belts out, they go down to the ground. And this level is just for logistics. So it's pretty empty on each, in between each level. And that's because it's what houses the power and houses the kind of connection. This is where we'll bring up our resources and put them into our actual factory. Then they'll go out and go up. And this is going to be like a 3x12 or 3. It's like 3x15. Kind of edge to it, so it's like goes 15 that way, and also from that corner out is 15. And I think that just gives us enough to kind of finagle all the conveyor belts that we need wherever we need them. But it also kind of cleans up our actual machine levels, so that way we're not combining, merging, and splitting a whole bunch on each level, and it's a little easier to move around and a little more visually appealing. So that way things look more uniform. Instead of like doing this stuff above. And each logistic level is like 2 tall, which again takes up like it makes it quite a tall mega factory that we're building, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. And yeah, so first off we have our deuterium ingots being made, and that's in a level below this. I don't know why I have a wall right here closing it off, but basically it's like this level but in that walled off area. Next up I believe is copper ingots, and we produce a bunch. I forget how many smelters we need. So for the deuterium we have 27 smelters down below there. For our copper we have 124 smelters, which I think copper spans, okay, just go on the ladder, on the ladder, thank you. Copper spans, oh my gosh, just let me. Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Ladder, for not wanting to actually climb you. Anyway, copper I believe spans 2 levels? I don't think it does 3. I'm not sure what I don't know the exact on that. But then it goes into iron ingots. Yeah, iron ingots, which we have 81 smelters for iron ingots. And then yeah, I must have 2 levels for iron ingots, right? Yeah, because then it goes into our foundries. I'm kind of looking through a ladder here. And for our foundries, we use those for our steel ingots, and we have 64 foundries, and I believe that spans, yeah, that spans 2 levels. So both these levels for our steel ingots. And then the next level is, I'm going to throw my mouse at this monitor. If you don't connect to the ladder! Oh my gosh. Thank you. Anyway. then we get to our refineries. I think that's what these are called. Our refineries, which this is all for plastic. Like, we only produce plastic in here, and it spans 4 levels. So the next 4 levels are all for plastic, and this is like 1, 2, 3, 6 refineries that are all connected to one pipe system. So each level is its own pipe system. We're able to do that, which is nice. I mean, you can kind of see we got pipes. That's our output pipes, and those output pipes come from our last refinery, which that last refinery takes the heavy oil residue from these 6, or the 6 in its row, and it puts it into fuel. And so when we take that fuel, we're going to take it and we're going to bring it down, and then we're going to have a bunch of fuel generators, which will be really nice. So again, we got these 4 levels. Oh my gosh, this is so long. Yeah, look at this logistics level. It's just power. We like have nothing else. We'll probably bring our pipes down into this logistic level, but oh well. Then here's another one, and oh, screw it. Let's boost my way up. And then level 3. And need to refill. And the nice thing about having power on this logistics level, and how I'm doing power, is I'm doing like these tiny walls and then doing wall outlets. And it allows me to kind of keep this logistics a little shorter, because with power towers, I don't know what you call them. What are these called? The power poles. My gosh. Oh, with power poles, they kind of go, they protrude up through the next level. So doing these wall outlets, I can keep it under 2 levels, which is nice. Then here's our 4th level of refineries. And then last episode, we started with the constructors for our quick wire, which produces a crap ton of quick wire. Also, there are 72 refineries, which is crazy. And then on this level, there's 33 constructors for quick wire. And I realized, so the reason last episode was so short is because I didn't show you the lower logistics of the quick wire, which it's literally the same that we've done for our smelters. This pretty much looks the exact same, which is okay. I mean, I'm good with that, but I realized I forgot to show that last episode, so I filled that in. But in today's episode, we are going to be adding wire, and again, the wire, we're going to need 3 levels for it, 3 levels of constructors, because it takes 154 wire. And the crazy part about this is all this wire is going to go into cables. So yeah, I could do like wires and cables, but I'm like on the same level. But I'm not going to. I'm gonna keep them separate. It just makes things a little easier for me, and the odds of messing up are lower. Because doing the whole fuel with the heavy oil residue on our plastic levels, it got a little complicated. Made me a brain scratcher right there for sure. So based off of last episode, these levels should go in quite easily, and the only difference is on, like, let me line this up here, pop that over. Shaboom, there we go. The only difference are they facing the right way? I don't think they're facing the right way. I think I did this last episode too. My gosh, what am I doing, people? Going crazy. So you need to go, yeah, this way. H it, we're going to over, and there we go. So the difference for this first level and the next level that we build is why would you want to do that? Make no sense, game. Is we're gonna add an extra one onto each kind of end, if that makes any sense. Can I just do, oh, that's perfect, isn't it? And I don't know, I think I might I don't think I'm really gonna be able to walk on these levels, or like if we ever needed to come to these just to look at them, admire the work that we do. I don't think we'll be able to. Why that way? Are you going the right way there? There. That's where that one should be. Look how easy this blueprint is. So this is the one I made for last episode, and it's kind of just for all the constructors. Just quite nice. What the heck is going on here? there. And you should just line up perfectly right there. And so again, we need 10 extra constructors to place into here. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm here, so it's like 1. Oh, we do have space. Oh, we have plenty of space. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Heck, I'm just gonna add them all to this level. So 7. Why are you off a little bit? I don't like how you're off a little bit. 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. And this does, it is able to house these. So I think our conveyor belt, our Mark 5s can hold 28, I believe is how I calculated that. 28 constructors. So this is like 8, 9, 10. It's like 20 constructors is what this is, which isn't bad. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, I gotta use all 28. I gotta do all that. No, I'm not gonna. It's not what's going on here. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. You're a splitter. You split out going that way. You're a merger. Why are you... I messed these up, didn't I? No, those are right. These are all right, but these are all wrong. Why? Did I mess up my placements here? Hold on a second. Yeah, I did. What am I doing? Oh, who am I? Okay, 1 second. Let me fix this. Okay, so it should be fixed now. And if you didn't notice, so the first 3 that I placed are all facing the right way in terms of inputs coming in the middle and then the outputs going out the edges. But what it was doing is it must have flipped them when I was trying to place the next level, which makes sense. I did struggle with it. So yeah, no, I just had to flip it back. Wait, game, and I have to make sure that the arrows are all facing the right way. Oh, also, I keep forgetting. I can just look at the top, and it'll kind of tell me how it goes. I keep forgetting that the tops of the splitters and mergers kind of show you how things are. So this one needs to go that way, and why did I place it like that? Huh? What a... There, that goes there, that goes there, and that one goes well there and there. Sweet. And then for these, it's just the one. So the arrows are facing the right way. You need to flip around, as do you as well. Right there. That should be good. I believe I got it all. I believe that's right. Does that look right to everyone? Maybe, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully it does. So yeah, that's pretty much, oh my gosh, that's a lot of constructors. But that's all the constructors for one of the levels. Now I just need to redo it 2 more times. But first, we're going to go through the logistics, or how the logistics work for each of these, just so that we can see it if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, and you kind of know what it is, and you could probably skip forward. But if you haven't seen it, you want to know what it is, then I'm going to show you. As I probably do, I probably will do every episode. But oh well. I just got to remember how this autosave will grind my gears. Autosaves are something else. Okay. So I'll do all these. So this one's it brings it up, and what I'm looking at here is the arrows. So if you see the green arrow comes out this way, there's an orange arrow that once I place that in, orange arrow is behind it, and that's what I want. And all of these are the outputs, like the outputs of the constructors coming in. And the middle ones here are what's brought into those. And you can see that looking at this, there's that orange arrow that goes into this splitter. And now placing it there, there's a green arrow in front of it. And that's what we want to see in every single one. That means it's all facing the right way. All right, so underneath is quite simple. Just take this, bring it low enough so you still fit a merger underneath it, and if you wanted to, you just bring that to right there. It automatically will go to the level, or like if you bring it down to like kind of floor level, it kind of looks a little high, but it's not high. It's perfect level to make its way into a merger. So, and the nice thing about I like placing everything up top first is that it will just automatically go to the correct type of conveyor to either bring it in and up, or bring it down and out. Like, I don't have to like switch it every time like I had to do up top, which is really nice. That's a really smart thing to have for this game, and that I'm not having to worry about that. So enough for that. Remove these walls just that way there's not much clipping. Bring that down into there, and then we just need a merger, I believe. Do we need a merger? So let me do some math here. Yeah, we do. Okay, yeah, we'll be fine. Our merger, and I've realized it's best to place all the conveyors first once you kind of know how they go in, and then place the merger. Because if you try to place a merger, it's a pain in the butt. I struggle with it. And I just like to connect these so I'm not having to come back to the logistics level and connect everything later on. And it's only just each of the actual machine levels that I still have to go through and connect all the conveyor belts and everything that way. So there we go. That's the logistics for our wire, our first level of wire. Next, I'll set up the platform to do the power for all the constructors. This is a lot of constructors, so it's gonna take a lot of power poles. And I'm gonna make this 3 high. I could do it 2 high, but 3 high just kind of gives enough space. And if you didn't know, these platforms are 12 by 12, and so the reason I built the 2 by 2 first, so that way I can build 10 out that way, and then I can just come along here, lag my game like crazy, and just 10 out, 10 out, 10 out, 10 out. And it's really easy, but actually, I keep forgetting, I'm doing the power level. So I actually need to delete, how did I do this? Oh, I think I did it where, like, yeah. So the weird thing from this power level compared to the other power levels is that the poles kind of, like the middle of each kind of set of poles is right down the middle of the splitters. It's like, it's interesting. I have to like basically do the impossible or use a shit ton of rebar to hold up this whole wall of concrete and have it only connect here and have it only connect to that wall, which is connected all the way down. It makes sense. It's realistic, you know. That's how that works, right? Anyway, it's going to place the rest of these platforms. Take my wall, pull it out. Awesome. Take this wall and pull it all the way out. And then what I do, and so what this does is it doesn't make it completely symmetrical for each side, but it is still somewhat symmetrical in a way. So I'm going to take a double outlet and I'm going to find the middle of whichever I want to do. I think we'll do, I don't know. Let's do this. Let's do the back row. So the row for this for me is what we're going to use as our kind of guidance for the middle. So we're going to split those. And then it's going to do the same on here because this one's doesn't have any extra. So what I'm then able to do is just connect the power all up. And it's really nice being all the way up here, being able to do it, and not having to be like down below with the power pole and all that fun stuff and trying to figure it out and yada 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 and pain in my butt and yada yada yada. Is that right? Why does it feel like... What the heck? Where did that even... Where'd that connect? Where was that connecting to? Pardon? Huh? Is that like right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, oh. Okay, so yeah, this I messed up. So this one actually needs to split for 5. I was doing that wrong. So I'm just gonna place that right in line with this one instead of offset. So that way I can 1, 2. Oh, what am I doing? I'm placing them on the wrong side. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm so discombobulated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, that looks a little jank, but on the other side, it's hopefully not going to be, because 1, 2, it goes straight down to that one. 3, 4, and 5, and then I just come over to here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. So yeah, it's a little jank, but it will line up to each of the other ones. Not exactly, never mind. The other ones have 6, so there's 6 that'll need to go to those, which we can do. That's okay. All right, so where am I at here? I'm gonna go to this side and try to line it up from this way. Right there. So this one goes right there. Perfect. Oh my gosh, game. Thank you so much. How'd you know? How'd you know it's exactly what I wanted? So 3 and 4, and then we'll bring you. So this one now is going to split 6, and we can split 6 with a Mark II conveyor. Mark II, sorry, not conveyor. Power outlet pole, whatever you want to call it. It holds 7 nodes, and one of the nodes goes to that one over there. And so that means we have 6, which is perfect. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna split it. So 1, 2, 3. So, oh, it's actually not too complicated. Should go right here, which doesn't look right for these. That's okay. No problem. There's no problem with that. It'll be fine. What did you just do? Where'd you go? What is this? Where'd you connect to? Man. Oh, am I missing one? I am. Okay. That's why you connected over there. Okay, and I'm gonna go to the other side. And this one should line up perfectly to split. Yeah, look at that. Look at that spider web looking split right there. Actually kind of looks cool. I kind of like that. I don't know about you, but I kind of like that. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna take this. I'm gonna come over here. Oh, did I not? Hold up. Hold our horses. We don't even have horses. But if we did, we'd hold them. We'd have to hold them real tight right now. So I didn't hook up these, which would be not good, because I would probably have never hooked it up. Would have been not good, and we would have run into that problem later on. All right, so this one's going to split here, and now this one's going to be the exact same as the one that we just did. So this one's going to line up right in line with that, I think. Is that right? I'm going to say that's right. I don't know. I'm like 90% sure. Which I'd take those odds. I don't know about you. I'd take a 90% odd. I mean, Megafactories like this, it probably should be 100. It's 90%. It's bound to not be correct. That should be it. Is that it? Let's go underneath. Let's take a look. Look at all them wires. spider webbing draping. It's like those weddings, you know, those weddings where it's like they string the lights from the ceiling and they just everywhere, and you don't actually hit your head on it unless it's like a small short building and the lights aren't very high, and then you're 6'4" and you just hit your head on them, or taller. Rick, the amount of people that are taller than me at my college, it makes it, I'm like normal height from some of my classes. Like there are classes where there's like 4 dudes. It's like a class of, I don't know, 15 or something. No, probably 20. And there's like 4 of us that are over 6'4", or 6'4" or higher. I'm like right at 6'4". Those dudes that are taller than me, and it's like I'm normal height right now. It's crazy. It's some crazy stuff. Because then you walk out of the classroom and then there's a bunch of people not that tall, and it's like, oh, fun. It's always fun. Okay, so that was our first level. Now I just need to repeat it 2 more times. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut to when I've completed the second level, because the second level doesn't have the additions of those 10 constructors. So I will see you when that's ready. So level 2 is now completed. We got all our wires connected. Our conveyor belts are pretty much ready to be all connected throughout the whole machine, whatever level you want to call it. But our logistics underneath are done, as you can see there. Love it. Pretty much the same thing as before. The weird thing about doing it about these levels with our constructors is that there's going to be a bit of a space. Now technically we could shift this all over and have it be right on the edge and like maybe put another 4 here, but in order to do that, I just don't think it would work. It would probably be fine, but it would kind of clip through the wall, and there wouldn't be any space to kind of maneuver around this area. And I want that on each level to be able to kind of go around each level easily, just in case there's anything that doesn't need to be fixed later on. That's just kind of ease of access. But there we go. More constructors. Now time for level 3, so I will meet you when that is all done. Alrighty, so I'm placing down the final kind of concrete, cement, whatever you call it, cement, and that's it. Oh my gosh, look at that. We're so high that it renders fog at the bottom. We aren't going to be able to see the bottom for very much longer in the mornings and evenings, I'm guessing, because I'm guessing the fog goes away, lifts, the fog lifts eventually. Look at that sun. Well, that's pretty much it. It's the exact same thing as the level before, but now we just have 1, 2, and 3 levels of constructors for quickwire. Yeah, that's about it. I don't have much more. Next episode we're going to be working on cables, which seems fitting because we're doing all the wire. So now we just gotta do the cables. And yeah, that's about all I got. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye.